Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We get over 1,300 of these available for your listing. Pleasure, variety of topics, hopefully multiple things you enjoy. Would love to hear if there's a topic you'd like to see us cover in future audios. But this is Shy Extroversion Part 2. If you are dealing with trying to overcome social fear or phobia or anything like that, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of the YouTube page. Either way, we can get to a good place for your benefit and hopefully make things happen in a good way. The shy extroverts are people who enjoy social interaction, but they're not very out there with it on a continual basis. So, what are some signs of that? Number one, they don't fear connecting with new people. So, an introvert is going to have almost at least some level of social phobia or discomfort, social discomfort, with the idea of connecting with a new person. And so that doesn't happen for a shy extrovert. They understand the value of new people, they connect with new people, and they make those connections as often as they can, but it isn't the be all end all of their social experience, and they're not necessarily determined by their level of happiness, isn't determined by whether that goes well or not. They're open to doing it, they see the need to do it, but at the end of the day, there's certainly a level of connectivity in a deeper way with the idea of just moving forward. Next thing is the hangout. So, introverted people are less likely to ask to hang out, where an extroverted person is more likely to make the request for social interaction, either in person, online, whatever. And so the initiation of social connectivity is something that a more extroverted or even shy extrovert is willing to do, where the introvert is going to kind of wait for the invitation and often second guess whether they should take it, second guess whether the person asking them to take that is still being honest with their desire to socially interact. It can create a lot of anxiety. It can create a lot of frustration around the that idea overall, and ultimately lead to some challenges in that way. Next thing there is kind of making some level of identity with kind of having challenges related to um, an introverted person is less comfortable with having solid plans, whereas the introverted person feels like planning things too much in advance or too detailed can be problematic, can be stressful, can be a problem, and can be overwhelming. The less introverted person is going to, or the shy extrovert is going to feel like I can get myself ready, I can gear myself up, I can make something happen out of this without it necessarily being, a be all end all situation. So, ultimately, there's challenges there with how to make things come forward, go forward, and lay out, play out. So the next thing there is ultimately um, finding ways to be at peace with, having a plan, but also developing a plan. Shy extroverts are also comfortable with silence, where a really extroverted person, a deeply hard extrovert, is going to try to keep the conversation flowing, going, moving, almost as a source of whether they're successful as a person or not. And that obviously can become very overwhelming, very stress filled, and ultimately not a good place to live and be if the person is trying to make the best of situations or do something better than they previously had before. And that becomes, somewhat problematic for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that the idea that a person feels the need to behave in a certain way or perform in a certain way can often, make them come off not genuine. Now, the shy extrovert's still going to hate the crowd because the overwhelm is there, but they can do crowds in short intervals or in short spans of time. This is because they can kind of mentally gear themselves up and kind of think about it being a short term investment of time, energy, effort, without getting so overwhelmed and so negatively motivated. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.